The new season of Only Murders in the Building is almost here, and to celebrate, I am recommending some books that you should read if you also love this show. Hello, beautiful people of the internet. How are you doing today? My name is Jackie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be recommending some books that you should read if you love the TV show Only Murders in the Building. As an avid mystery lover, I really enjoy this comedic mystery show, and I am going to recommend some books that I think you will enjoy if you also like Only Murders. Stay tuned for my list of book recommendations, and if at the end there are any other books that you think should have been on the list, do let me know in the comment section so that I can add them to my TBR shelf. One thing that many people love about Only Murders in the Building is how Oliver, Charles, and Mabel are able to come together and form this unlikely friendship through their crime-solving escapades. So, what are some books that also feature a little ragtag group of crime solvers? Number one, if you're looking for a book that has that similar group, you have to read the Thursday Murder Club series by Richard Osman. I absolutely love this series. It follows the titular group, the Thursday Murder Club. They are all seniors living in a British retirement village, and every week they get together on Thursdays to talk about unsolved crime cases. So when in the first book somebody turns up dead at their retirement village, they decide, okay, the four of us, we're gonna be on the case. I feel like if you're only gonna read one of the books that I recommend, it should probably be this one. I love this series. I find it so charming, and I just am really emotionally attached to all of the characters. These books, they will make you laugh, they will give you the warm fuzzies, and also have some really cleverly plotted mysteries at the same time. I think if you enjoy the group dynamics of Only Murders, you're really gonna love joining the Thursday Murder Club on their adventures. Plus, these books are currently being adapted into a movie, so that's something to look forward to as well. Another book that I think you'll enjoy reading if you enjoy this dynamic of an unlikely group being brought together by crime solving is Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers by Jessie Q. Sutanto. This book follows the title character Vera Wong, who is a lonely older widow who owns a struggling tea shop in San Francisco. One day she discovers the body of a man she has never seen before in her tea shop, and she ends up taking the flash drive that she finds in his dead hand and takes it upon herself to solve the case. As she investigates, she ends up meeting a bunch of young people who were connected to the dead man, and they form this very heartwarming, unlikely found family of sorts. So I think you're going to enjoy this if that's a character dynamic that you find really interesting. Sort of like Only Murders, it does have this dynamic of an older person who is somewhat lonely, even if they won't admit it, end up forming these unlikely friendships and filling this hole in their life. So I think this definitely could work for you if you like the show. Vera's behaviors and the things that she does also generate some comedy in the story, so that's another thing that you might like about it. Another book that is a mystery but still has this sort of delightful, cozy atmosphere would be The Golden Spoon by Jessa Maxwell. Imagine Only Murders in the Building, but instead of being brought together by a podcast, the characters all came together for a Great British Bake Off style cooking show. Now, Bake Off is another thing that I personally really love. So when I read the premise for this book, I knew it was just something that I had to read. And so I think if you're looking for a mystery that also has this group of characters coming together, this could be a good one that still delivers some of the vibes that you might enjoy. This book takes place on the set of a cooking competition that is at this very famous baker's home in remote Vermont, and all the contestants arrive for the competition, but little do they know that before the show is over, someone will die. Now, what if you really enjoy the podcast element of Only Murders in the Building, and so you want to read a mystery thriller that also features a true crime podcast? In that case, I am going to recommend a book that I actually just read last month, and that's Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. This is a thriller following Lucy, who returns to her hometown in Texas after being away for several years. She has not been back home since the murder of her best friend, Savvy, and everyone in town pretty much thinks that Lucy is the killer. When she returns, a podcaster named Ben Owens is also featuring the story on his true crime podcast, and the two of them end up forming an unlikely alliance to discover who actually killed Savvy once and for all. There have been a lot of podcast thrillers in recent years, and out of all the ones that I have read, this is the one that I personally liked the most. I liked how the podcast element was incorporated into the story, and I do think there are moments of humor in this book that might, work for you if you love a mystery comedy like Only Murders. Lucy's grandmother, great character. She was my favorite, just this very unconventional, no-nonsense grandma who does what she likes. And Lucy herself has a lot of dark humor in her narration, thinking about all her poor life choices and, at times, thinking about the logistics of how she could murder the people around her. Definitely a great choice if you're looking for a podcast-centric thriller that does have some moments of comedy at the same time. Now, finally, one of the things that I personally really like about Only Murders in the Building is how it appeals to me as a mystery lover and a true crime listener, having the characters be these true crime aficionados who decide that they're going to take all they've learned from podcasts to real life. That just really was what hooked me on the show in the beginning. And so if you feel similarly, a book that I think you might enjoy is Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson. Our main character in this book is named Ernest Cunningham, and he is passionate about classic mystery novels. He ends up going on a ski trip with his family to celebrate the release of his brother from prison, but when someone turns up dead at the remote resort, suspicion falls on the family because, as the title suggests, everyone in Ernest's family has killed someone, including him himself. I think that this book is perfect for Only Murders fans because it does share that sort of self-referential nature, and this book is genuinely very witty and clever. I think that you're really gonna like the writing style. I know a lot of people praise it for being really funny, and I didn't laugh out loud while reading it or anything, but I definitely think that Benjamin Stevenson has a natural talent for wit, so I think tonally you might like this as well. All right, everybody, that is it for my Only Murders in the Building inspired book recommendations. I hope that this was helpful, and if you have any other books that you would like to recommend, please do so in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a big thumbs up. It does really help me and my channel. You can also find my social media links in the description if you would like to follow me on other platforms, and please subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more from me. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. Thank you so much for watching this video today, and I hope you have an exceptional rest of your day. Bye! I'll see you next time.